Yesterday during our show, Joy and I show, and Greg Toohey's, we had the Kobe Memorial was at the Staples Center. It was a really, really heavy, briefly funny with Shaq, a deep and a touching tribute. Vanessa Bryant was remarkable in her strength. The ability for Vanessa to stand in front of 20,000 people. I don't know if I could pull it off. I don't know if I have the strength. Just one person after another was remarkable to me. It was one of the most remarkable things I've ever seen. And, you know, I read a Bill Plaschke article in the LA Times this weekend, and he always really connects. He really has. He's the North Star of the LA media. He's usually right on. And, you know, to watch Michael cry and Vanessa and all this, you know, my takeaway on Kobe is so unique. I told Rick Bucher this earlier, we all shared Michael. Michael was corporate and McDonald's and the Spike Lee commercials and Nike, and he was right in the middle of the country, Chicago, the heart of the country. And we all shared Michael. We'd never seen anything like Michael. Michael was ours. And I don't want to speak for Los Angeles because I've only lived here 5 years, been here a lot, but only lived here. But my sense is in Los Angeles, which is not geographically in the center of the country, it's over in the corner, the left coast. Kobe was LA's. Kobe was LA's. And there was a personal connection that's hard to really quantify. 20-year Laker. You watch Kobe come into the world, the Laker world, as a phenom. And then the NBA threw him in an all-star game before he was ready. And he was aloof, and he didn't connect with teammates. He was strangely driven. And then he was the closest thing to Michael. He even sounded like him. And then he started playing and developing, and oh my God, he may be Michael. And then he won a bunch of titles. And then he threatened to leave, and Shaq left. And then Phil Jackson was frustrated with him. And then he rebooted and started with Pau Gasol. And in between there was a really, really ugly incident in Colorado. And from that point forward, and you noticed it yesterday, he wanted to make sure that he connected, he made up for a mistake in his life. He wanted to be a better father and connect with women and to elevate women's basketball. And Kobe was a complex human being. But there's a really unique feel. Derek Jeter may have played in the sport, but he felt like New York. Certain athletes feel like the city. Kobe really was the coolest guy in the league once Michael retired, and he felt like L.A. Incredibly approachable. You just watched that yesterday. We all know that Michael Jordan was relentless, and Shaq and Kobe had their issues. But boy, you can tell a lot about a person by the depth and the length and the magnitude of the hurt when they're gone. I don't even know what to compare this to. There is no. I've thought about this over and over driving to work, and I listen to local shows, and I read local columnists in L.A., and I may live here, but I'm not a Los Angelino. I didn't grow up here. I wasn't a season ticket holder. I didn't have the roller coaster with Kobe. I could cherry pick. I could take the good Kobe years and be all in, and then kind of ignore, the in between the Shaq and Gasol years and talk about other players. But I can't compare Kobe to anything else. He feels like Los Angeles, even though he was iconic and global and sold more shoes than Yao Ming in China and was a spokesman for Turkish Airlines. And he was international, and I'm not I am not denying that. But he connects with so many people. I'm in the grocery store Sunday, and I pull up to the grocery store, and there's a young guy that gets out, and he is he's decked head to toe in Kobe gear, and he had something on his license plate, and he looked so somber because he knew yesterday was going to happen. This has been for me very difficult to put into words. I thought yesterday I was so impressed with Vanessa and Michael and all the people who had to be incredibly vulnerable. Tip of the cap to all of them. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.